Hey, besties. Let's throw some shade, honey. You ready to get into it? Honey, the girls are back and everybody is single. What is going on in Beverly Hills? Man, child, we got a new black girl. Her name is Bo. She's beautiful. She got it going on. Her AKA is Boss. Honey, Sutton called her boss. Honey, Kathy Hilton came to the party and said, "No, you're boss." And she didn't pick up on it at first, but honey, they know she is a boss, honey. So we could just say, bye, Anne Marie. We won't miss you. Talking about Sutton's esophagus every day. We won't miss that. But guys, besties, I had did some Googling. I was on the Googler because I was like, why did Anne Marie get fired? Well, she's a president elect supporter and her views, the conservative views didn't go well. So that's why she got fired. But I also, yeah, that's why she got fired, honey. We gonna leave it at that. So bye, Anne Marie. Whew. Welcome, besties, to Behind the Shade. Let's throw some shade, honey, and get into another episode of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. It's a new season, season 14. This is episode 1. Grace time is over. Do we like the title of this episode? No. I feel like now that everyone is single, and I get this title has a lot to do with Kyle and Dorit, fine, whatever. But it was much about Dorit and PK also. So I just think any title that had the word single in it, hey, the title should just be called Single. I think single sums it up. You drop down in the comment section and you let me know what you want the title to be. And let's rate this week's episode. What are you giving it? Um, it was just it was good. I liked how the production is doing I like how production is kind of, giving the show its dramatics and aesthetics and the effects that we need. It was a good, let's say 9. I'm gonna say 9 because I can't give it a 10, but I'll say 9. Drop down the comments, let me know what you rate this week's episode. And don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and make sure your notification bell is on. Ding dong, so that you are always up to date with my videos. Now let's start. Ooh, ooh, ooh. So, honey, Sutton goes to visit her best friend Jennifer. Jennifer lives in Bel Air, not too far from Kathy Hilton. Sutton passes Kathy's house, mansion, honks, boop boop, honks again, boop boop. Like, what did you want Kathy to do? Come running out to wave? Just kidding, but it was cute. So she gets to Jennifer's house, and this is her perky, quirky friend. Ain't nothing wrong with that. She talks about the girls' trip to Spain last season and how she wants to revisit the era of surrealism. So she wants to have a surrealist ball, a themed affair, and so I was looking into this, like, okay, what is surrealism? And so it's like expressions of the subconscious mind, right? So immediately I thought about, oh, like when you're dreaming. And then I immediately thought about like the Sagittarius theme. They're half horse, half person, man, you know what I mean? Um, so Sutton was talking about, odd fashions are in. Like this is an odd fashions and a strange beauty type of thing mixed in. So it's like, okay, this seems kind of interesting, right? So she's planning this party and everyone's on board. And then she also admitted how she really misses Kyle. They haven't talked since the reunion. So I'm like, okay, friends, no, co-workers, yes. So we head on over to the furniture store. Erica has Dorit over there helping her redecorate her home. So, Erica has been in therapy with Dr. Jen. Remember, Dr. Jen was on couples therapy. I liked her a lot because she was checking them couples left and right. She called it what it was. She said what she had to say, and she cursed too. So I was like, I like her. So she's Erica's therapist, and they are at a point to where it's time for Erica to do away with all things Tom. So she's getting rid of all the furniture that came from Pasadena. Okay, cool. Dorit's gonna help her redecorate. Cute place. It's gonna be nice. Can't wait to see it. So Dorit tells Erica that her and PK have separated. And Erica was a little like shocked, fake tears. She got to put her finger up to her face to catch the fake tears, right? And so, it's always a shock, even when you see it coming, because of course they flash back to BravoCon when Andy asked Erica, who does she think, which couple does she think is headed to Splitsville? And Erica said PK and Dorit. And then Andy looks all shocked in the background. So it's not a big, it is a surprise. You saw it coming, but you're still like, oh man, you root for people. You want them to work out. Who wants someone to divorce besides a side piece, right? So, PK stayed in London a lot. You know, we saw it coming, didn't you? Because I did. He stayed in London a lot the last two seasons of the show. And he wasn't real supportive of her with that home invasion. Like, that girl was shook up. Her kids, their kids were there. She was traumatized. You're paranoid after that. So you got the you got the PTSD. And PK was just, he took it too lightly. He took it too light for me. And I'm at home and watching this on TV. And he just wasn't there for her. He wasn't supportive. So I'm sure things fell apart after that. But what she said, they've always, we'll get into that when she gets to Kathy's house. So she said they sat down maturely and they just decided, after they had another little spat, they decided to separate. But it sounds like it was PK's idea, not hers. Okay, so Dorit tells Erica she's the only one that knows about this, so keep it on the hush, girl. Shh, Erica. So Erica says, "Hey, I'm headed to Kyle's house. What you want me to do?" Because she doesn't want to betray her trust. And I'm like, that is the way you do it. This is why I like Erica Jane. She a real chick. She is a real chick. You know what I'm saying? She ain't getting caught up. She gonna say what it is, and that's how it's gonna be. And I liked how she told her truth. I'm going over there. How do you want me to handle it? Because I know y'all not where y'all need to be. Yeah, don't say nothing. Cool. So Kyle. Erica gets to Kyle's house. Ciao. Mauricio has moved out. This is a couple. This saddens me. I am not gonna lie. I have been looking at this couple thrive and love for so long. It's like season 14. And they are really breaking up. Like they are really breaking up. Aren't you sad, besties? So Mauricio has moved out because from at the reunion at the end they said that they were living together separately. Her daughter Alexia has moved out because I believe Alexia is engaged to get married, so she's probably living with her fiance. So at the house, it's just her, that dog, and Portia. That German Shepherd. Erica comes over and they talk about Kyle and Dorit's friendship. And then they flash back to Erica and Dorit talking at the furniture store about it too, because they're both telling their sides of the story on what happened with the friendship, right? So they're talking at Kyle's house, and then the production flashbacks to like a few hours later at the furniture store, and then Dorit's telling her side of the story. So we catching both sides of the story. Love that. I love that. I love that. Okay, we got it. Y'all all blaming each other. so so Dorit describes Kyle as manipulative, and Kyle describes Dorit as a as a boo boo friend. So they both think each other are horrible friends. So there's been a lot of backbiting between the two. You know, you got Amazon Live. Psh, you got Watch What Happens Live. Psh, you got BravoCon. Psh, you got the back and forth at the reunion. Psh, and the secret text messages exposed. Psh, it was a lot. Did y'all like my sound bites? I made them myself. So Garcelle is in Atlanta. She's working, working, working. You know, she has her production company. And that was such a good look. I love that. High five, sis. So she's working on 5,100 movies, working on them, doing them, producing them, and all that. Her oldest son visits her. They catch up because, you know, Garcelle's probably been in Atlanta and she's been working. So his son is almost 5 and he's about to start kindergarten. He has a new girlfriend, not a not a new best friend, but a new girlfriend. She's cute. She's cute. And he's coming to go on set, to be on set with Garcelle because he used to be on set with her when she used to do the Jamie Foxx show. So this is nothing new to him. He comes and, you know, he coming to just hang out with moms and make sure everything is cool and be a help to her. Then y'all, the news breaks about Dorit and PK that they have broken up. PK put it out there. You know, Dorit would have kept it on the under because she the one that really don't want the divorce, right? But PK put it out there. Breaking news. Right? Erica tells Kyle that she knew, she just didn't say anything because she asked her not to. Uh, Kyle is like in her confessional, what went wrong? They always loved each other because, you know, they hung out with Mauricio and her. Like PK and Mauricio are best friends, you know, so they always, you know, played they did the thing in public. They made it look good in public when it wasn't. Sutton is like, oh, this is the smoke and mirrors. And Garcelle is like, who in this group is still married? No one. And you know, it's like, she's right. Because she came onto the show divorced or divorcing or just divorced, but she was divorced. Sutton came onto the show divorced, right? Um, when Kim was on the show, she was divorced already, but she's friends with that husband, and he passed away. R.I.P. I think his name was Monty or Monte or Monty, I guess. Yeah. Who was Anne Marie? She's gone, but she was married. Yeah, Dorit was married. Kyle was married. Yeah. It's been nobody. Nobody's married. So back to the title, single ladies should be the last single lady or the next single lady should have been the name of this for this episode. So Dorit visits Kathy Hilton to find solace and peace and comfort. And PK meets up with Mauricio at a little coffee shop, whatever. So Mauricio's listening to PK. PK was like, you know, I was cool and now I'm not. And so, you know, it's an up and down thing. You know, you're grieving the loss of the marriage. So Mauricio gives him advice and tells him, well, what I've done, because, you know, Mauricio is a year ahead of him. You know, Kyle and him broke up a year ago. So he's giving him the advice that worked for him. And he was saying, you know, I think you should just enjoy the journey because you know you're going to wake up and feel okay. Some days are going to be worse. Some days you're going to wake up miserable, but just keep going and don't look for a solution. Just take it day by day is what he's saying. And so PK has they have not told the kids, and here we go. Here we go. It's like, why do you people think that the little smart ones don't notice the change in their family dynamic inside of their home? What are you doing that's not gonna trigger, not gonna raise a flag to them to go like, are you guys still sleeping in the same bed? Are you guys still laughing and playing with each other and showing each other affection and cooking and Whatever you used to do, are you still getting, little kids bust in your room? Are you still getting caught doing the adult time exercise? Like, what do you mean? If you always in London, the kids are going to start asking questions like, when is dad coming home? They're 8 and 10. They're not 3 and 4. They that 10-year-old, I think is the daughter, Phoenix. She gonna know something's up. She ain't crazy. Oh, you guys do need to sit down and talk to these kids and let them know. You do need to tell them. So at Kathy Hilton's, Dorit tells her that PK is an alcoholic. Child, I knew he drunk heavily, but I didn't. Did y'all know? I didn't know that he was an alcoholic, as she say. She said he has a sober coach now, and it's like, oh man. And so he's telling Mauricio that he's sober now, and this is why they're separated. Like, he's sober, he's clean now, and he's noticed that they've just been talking at each other all this time for the last 9 years, the whole marriage. So they've been married 9 years. So he's just saying they've just been talking at each other, and Dorit is not a good listener. And so Kathy asked her, is she a good listener? And she says, yes, she is a good listener. And so then Kathy was like, do y'all have adult time? You know what I mean? Do y'all still get together? And so that was a no. And so PK is telling Mauricio, life is life. And like, we used to be very social. We used to go out. We used to have a good time. And that stopped. We had kids. I'm working a lot to sustain my lifestyle. And, it's just been something. And, she's reminding us that, she has stuck by PK. Excuse me, she stuck by PK through his bankruptcies, his gambling debts, the DUI, and now he just wants to all of a sudden just up and separate. She said, there's no infidelity. It's just, they just can't get along. So what happens when someone goes to therapy, they change. Like, they probably got together when both people were a mess. They got along. Their messes is what connected them. And now that you work on yourself, you're not the same person. And now you look at the person you're with and you guys don't even click because you changed. You have to grow together. You got to grow together. And Dorit thinks she's a prize because and don't see that she's running him in the ground with him trying to keep up with the lifestyle that he can't afford. He even said it, like, you got the kids, they had to move. And what happened to the swimsuit line, Dorit? Yeah, what happened to that? What happened to the wedding gowns, Dorit? You know what I'm saying? So Dorit says PK, he just thinks in black and white. Nothing's ever in the middle. It's just black and white, and that's it. So, shots out to them. Work it out. Oh, and then PK also told Mauricio that Kyle sent him a very warm text, of support and all that. But she wanted to send it to Dorit too, but they're not on good terms, so she didn't. And it felt odd for her to not send that to Dorit. And it's like, yeah, there comes a time where you just need to pick up the phone or send a nice text and just kind of let your friend know, like, we need to get back on track. But everybody life be life, and I do understand that. So the ladies are getting ready for the themed affair, the surrealism ball. Dorit and Kyle will see each other for the first time, honey, since the reunion. Kyle is nervous, honey. So we are at Sutton's, and Dorit shows up first. She has on a plastic silver dress and some big old hat. Sutton and Jennifer are like, what does she have on? And she got it wrong, honey. So Sutton asked her, does she have a plate on her head? And Jennifer said, it looks like she has a satellite dish on her head. It was this big old plexiglass. She looked like, when you was in elementary, you did the science projects on the planets. It reminded me of the planets. I'm like, goodness. Then we meet Bose. And she is beautiful, honey. She came. I didn't understand her outfit. Did she understand the assignment? Because she was beautiful, but she didn't have any animals on her, like nothing animally on her. Because everybody had on antlers and deer paws and moose ankles and monkey necks. So Miss Bowles came looking like she was about to get married, honey. She had on a dress where she needed her assistant to help her with the train of it. She was just in flowers, honey, but she was cute. Hair was cute, makeup, dress, her body, her hair piece. She was bad, bad to the bone. So she meets Dorit. Dorit, first thing, what do you do? And let me just pause real quick, y'all, besties. And no offense to white people, you can't be on my channel getting on. I'm not racist. You can't be on here getting mad. You can, but don't come for me because what I be saying be true. Why do white people always, when they meet you, why do they always want to know what do you do and where do you live? Am I lying? Am I lying? That is the first thing that come out their mouth. One of my friends told me they ask those questions so in case the police have to show up and something happens, they know what to tell the police. They gonna snitch on you. So um Bose is retired, honey. Yes, she's retired. She's been working in corporate America for 25 years and she is done. Okay, she did her time. Um, she was the chief marketing officer at Netflix. She worked at Uber, etc., etc. And Sutton told Doreen, honey, she's the boss, honey. She is the boss. Okay. Dorit thinks she's stunning, and she said, "Oh, she understood the assignment." I said, "Dorit, who you been hanging around?" Dorit either got some black friends now that Garcelle brought that to her attention, or she listens to black music, or she watched BET. Dorit, where you getting all this slang from, girl? But I love it. I'm drinking coffee this morning. I'm not drinking my water yet. So Dorit and Bose speaks. And so Bose tells us a little bit about her, but in her confessional, she says she can tell off the jump if she gonna like you, if you cool, if you not, are we gonna be friends, are we gonna be enemies? She could tell. She got that discernment, honey. So her story is she was married for 10 years. Oh no, so no. So Dorit tells her, I'm starting, I'm divorcing. I was married for 9 years. I have small kids, and my husband is an alcoholic. I was like, well, girl, tell all PK business. And so Bose, her story is she's a widow. She was married for 10 years, then they separated, then he got sick with cancer. They got back together. She took care of him, I'm assuming, until he passed away. So she is a widow. They both are 47, and Bo says she likes Dorit. They like each other. They're going to be friends because she needs a new ally because it probably won't be Kyle. That's just my forecast for the show. So Garcelle shows up with her friend and she greets Bo. So I said, oh, they know each other already. Okay, cool. It's weird between Garcelle and Dorit because they haven't seen each other since the last reunion. And Garcelle thinks she may still be mad at her for saying that she thought the home invasion was fake. There was just some missing pieces. And I did too for a moment, but hey, whatever. So Erica and Kyle show up together and Garcelle, they all sit down and Garcelle asks Kyle, how she's doing with everything and all that. And so she's just like, Mauricio moved out and Alexia moved out too. And so now Kyle is like, she don't want to speak on Morgan's name anymore. Uh-huh. So she's trying to blame all the backlash that she probably has gotten from being coy with Morgan. So now she's blaming it all on social media and the headlines and the press and the news and the blogs and the YouTubers. And honey, I like the way Garcelle said, "Well, yeah, you was in her video. Maybe you shouldn't have been in her music video. Y'all done went got tattoos together. Kyle, you always working out with her. Kyle, always with her. You was traveling with her. It was like you kind of did it to yourself." So maybe Morgan said, "Hey, take me out of this equation. This is messy." And it just goes to show like that's how you handle this. Like come back around when you get divorced. Like I don't want to be a part of your divorce and make it seem like I'm the reason why y'all breaking up. Take me out of the group chat. And I wish that Ink over there in Potomac would do the same thing with Mia and Gordon. Anyway, so Kyle is just discussing like she's changing, she's having an evolution of sorts, but she has never questioned her I can't say the word. Oh, I gotta figure out a word for this. She hasn't figured she never had to question the way she likes to romance, to who she likes to be romantic with. She's never had to question which gender she would choose. And so her kids are supportive of her. And she thinks she's okay with that, but she's not saying the M word. We're not gonna say Morgan's name no more. She's done with that. So even Garcelle, I'm glad she asked. She said, "So you guys are not together?" And Kyle said, "No." So I'm like, did they break up or they just lay it low until all this settles? We'll see. But Garcelle and her confession was like, "Baby, you can't take it back. You've been talking about her. We met her. She comes around. Y'all been kicking it like what?" So pretty much Kyle is embarrassed. She's embarrassed. She's embarrassing her kids. She's embarrassing her family. So now she's just gonna focus on herself and her kids. So it sounds like her and Morgan have stopped. That's what it sounds like to me. What y'all think? Then Dorit comes over and she speaks to everybody. Hello. And it is so weird. It is so weird. Everybody just sitting there. And Garcelle says you could cut the tension with a knife. And so she comes over and she was like, "I can't fake hug." Well, she didn't say fake. I'm saying that. She was like, "I can't hug because of the weapon on her head." So that was good. So Kyle meets Bose and everyone is sitting down and it's so awkward, right? So Sutton and Garcelle, they were like, "Okay, we getting ready to go get us a drink. We going to the bar." Kyle turned around towards Garcelle and she said it with her teeth closed, like, "You gonna leave me right here? You gonna leave me?" And she's like, "Yeah, you guys will be fine. You'll be fine. Work it out." But it was okay because Kathy came. Kathy Hilton came to the party, and as soon as she sat down, her hair made her hot. I guess she had a hot flash, honey, and she started taking them extensions out her hair. So she needed space. The extensions needed somewhere to sit. Child, I was like, "Kathy, that is so ghetto. Why are you doing that? All you had to do was pull your hair up and pin it off your neck." what was taking the what is taking extensions out gonna do? And I think Erica even said that, or even Kai, that's not gonna help you feel better. Pull the hair up off your neck, crazy lady. Okay. So so Kathy, I told y'all she met Bose, and so she was like, "Yeah, boss." And so Bose was like, "No, Bose." She said, "No, boss. She's a boss." And I kind of want to get to know more about this woman. So a performer named Yella performs, and she gives Erica Jane vibes, honey. She's singing a song with the P word in it, honey, and Erica is vibing with her. And it was like, how come Sutton didn't use Erica? Makes you wonder. But Erica's a good sport. She ain't tripping. When she met Bose, she was like, "Oh, girl, yes, you look fabulous. Yes, you are stunning. Everything. Yes, I'm loving it." I like that Erica is not intimidated. She can pass out compliments with no problem. I just love her energy. So, y'all, honey, 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 Kyle and Dorit talk. This is the end of the show. They talk. They sit down and talk. Kyle is apologizing to her about her and PK breaking up, and Dorit she nodded like, "Thank you, yes, And so Kyle is kind of like trying to open up this conversation where they both are going to be responsible and be held accountable for their part in what they've done. And honey, Dorit went off on Kyle. She ain't here. She ain't trying to hear none of that mess. You're not finna manipulate me no more. I'm not here. Honey, Kyle, Dorit told Kyle, baby, I feel like you tossed me around. And she said, "You mad about the Amazon Live interview?" She said, "Well, that was the straw that broke the camel's back, honey. The proverbial straw, honey, that broke the camel's back, honey." She said, "You have used me. You have thrown me away." And she's like, "Why are you talking to me like this? Who are you right now? Like, come on now. If you're not going to be open, we can't talk." She's like, "I am sick of it. I have had it up to here. I'm not putting up with this no more." She was done with Kyle, and that was the end of the episode. Besties, honey, Dorit been waiting on that, and when at the awkward moment when everybody was sitting down, Dorit was on her phone texting, and I'm just sitting here like, "Who you texted?" And I was like, Dorit was pulling up her notes on everything she wanted to say. She was rehearsing. Okay, I'm going to say, toss me around, the proverbial straw that broke the camel's back. You use me, you throw me away, and I've had it up to here, and I'm not putting up with it no more. And I liked how she read her for filth, and she didn't use one curse word, not one. And that was the end of the episode, besties. Ciao. Can't wait for next week. It's going down. So just to let you know, I guess I will be adding Beverly Hills to my assignments because this will be the last. This will be the last week of Orange County. If anything comes on a Thursday, I am not going to be able to review it. It really kind of just it's a day that just doesn't work because I'm really busy between at the end of the week, and then it's so many weekend shows. I got Love After Lockup, Bell Collective, Love and Marriage Huntsville, and Potomac, and Married to Medicine is is coming next week. So I can't. I hope they do not move. Because Beverly Hills came on an hour before New York. And I really hope when Orange County leaves, I hope they move New York to Thursday. Please, I hope. Please don't put Beverly Hills on Thursday. Please do not do it. Don't do it. And I can't believe New York is still on. I tried to watch it, but I fell asleep on it. Not that it was boring, but it was time for bed. But I'm not reviewing it. But anyway, I'm gonna do Beverly Hills. I'm gonna do Salt Lake City. I'm gonna do Bell Collective. I'm gonna do Love After Lockup, but I'm not gonna do Love During Lockup. Only because it's like that weekend, it's gonna be full. Everything comes on the weekends. It's in Love After Lockup, Love During Lockup. Those shows are an hour and a half long. It's just too long. It's just too long. I'm not doing it. I don't know. Maybe, but I'm not sure. But I can't do 7 shows. 5 is my limit. I'm trying to keep it at 5, but it seems like it's gonna be 6 until Love After Lockup and Bell Collective go off the air. And it's the holidays, so I'm not trying to just overdo it. But anyway, besties, just stay in, just just make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you'll know what's going on. And I will see you on the next video. Bye, besties.